Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt the crushing disappointment of checking your bank account after weeks of visualization, affirmations, and putting it out to the universe only to find the same disappointing numbers staring back at you? It's almost as if the universe has selective hearing when it comes to your financial desires, isn't it? But what if I told you that the problem isn't the universe ignoring you? It's that you've been speaking a language it simply doesn't understand. What if just 3 simple words could completely transform your financial reality and command $500,000 to appear in your life with the certainty of sunrise? Has this ever happened to you? You diligently practice your money affirmations, create vision boards filled with luxury and abundance, maybe even sleep with a fake check under your pillow, yet your financial situation remains stubbornly unchanged. You're not alone, and more importantly, you're not doing anything wrong in your intentions, just in your execution. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the globe. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. You see, the universe doesn't respond to wishes, hopes, or even the most heartfelt pleas. It responds only to absolute certainty, the kind of unwavering conviction that doesn't leave room for doubt. It's the difference between asking for something and commanding it, between hoping something might happen and knowing it's already done. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share isn't just another manifestation technique or spiritual bypassing that ignores the practical realities of money. This is about understanding the fundamental energetic laws that govern our reality and learning to speak directly to the cosmic forces that shape our financial circumstances. What most abundance teachers never tell you is that there's a specific frequency, a precise energetic signature that instantly magnetizes money into your life. And it all starts with 3 words. 3 words that instantly shift your vibration from seeking to receiving, from asking to commanding, from future possibility to present reality. These 3 words create an energetic blueprint that the universe cannot ignore. They bypass the conscious mind's doubts and speak directly to the quantum field where all possibilities exist simultaneously. What you're about to discover might surprise you because it contradicts much of what you've been taught about manifestation and abundance. The true power doesn't lie in how long you visualize, how many affirmations you repeat, or how elaborate your vision board is. It lies in your ability to issue a clear, undeniable command to the universe, one that carries the full weight of your spiritual authority and leaves no room for interpretation or delay. And these 3 words, the exact formula I've used to transform not only my financial reality, but those of thousands of students worldwide, create an instant energetic shift so powerful that many people report seeing money arrive within hours or even minutes of using them correctly. If you're ready to command your financial reality rather than just wish for it, hit that subscribe button now. I share powerful abundance secrets that most manifestation teachers never reveal. These 3 words create an instant pathway to abundance because they align your energetic field with the frequency of completion. Unlike so many manifestation methods out there, this isn't some fluffy concept that sounds nice but delivers nothing. This is practical energy work, a precise recalibration of your vibrational signature that the universe immediately recognizes and responds to. I've studied countless manifestation techniques across spiritual traditions worldwide, and what I've discovered is that most approaches miss the critical element of energetic alignment. They focus on the surface-level act of repeating words or visualizing images without addressing the deeper vibrational disconnect that keeps prosperity at bay. The hidden truth is that your energy speaks louder than your words ever could. When there's misalignment between what you're saying and what you're truly feeling, the universe responds to the feeling every single time. It's why someone can repeat, "I am wealthy," 1,000 times with zero results, while another person says it once and triggers a complete financial transformation. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly attract money while others struggle despite doing all the right things? The difference isn't luck or privilege. It's this precise energetic signature that we're discussing. Those who command money rather than chase it operate from an entirely different vibrational blueprint. Traditional affirmations fail because they're often just empty words echoing against the walls of your existing belief system. You can say, "I am rich," until you're blue in the face. But if your energy field is transmitting, "I'm struggling financially, and I don't really believe this will work," that's the signal the universe receives and mirrors back to you. The journey to financial abundance requires more than positive thinking. It demands a fundamental shift in your energetic makeup. It's about moving beyond the superficial mind games and accessing the quantum field where manifestation actually happens. This isn't about tricking yourself into believing something. It's about aligning with what's already true at the deepest level of reality. When I experienced my own financial revelation, it wasn't after months of vision boards or affirmations. It happened in an instant. The moment I understood and applied this energetic principle we're discussing, the impact was immediate, undeniable. Within 24 hours, an unexpected $12,000 appeared in my life, and that was just the beginning of my abundance revolution. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic because understanding the mechanics behind these three words is what makes them so incredibly powerful. There's a profound science to manifestation that most teachers never address. The precise vibrational configuration that transforms ordinary words into commands that the universe must fulfill. What most people miss is that manifestation is a physics problem, not a wishful thinking exercise. Your thoughts and words create electromagnetic fields that interact with the quantum fabric of reality. When you align these fields correctly, you don't hope for money. You literally become a human magnet for abundance. If what I'm saying resonates with your own experiences with manifestation, right energy speaks louder in the comments below. I read every comment personally, and I'd love to know if you've noticed this disconnect in your own financial manifestation journey. The real revelation that transformed my own financial reality was understanding this fundamental truth. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to the energetic frequency those words carry. Think of it like music. You can play the same notes on a piano, but depending on how you play them, with passion or hesitation, with confidence or doubt, the emotional impact will be entirely different. This is exactly how manifestation works. When you speak with authentic conviction, with every cell in your body aligned with your declaration, you create a coherent energy field that the universe instantly recognizes. It's not about volume or repetition. It's about resonance and alignment. This is the mindset shift that separates those who struggle financially from those who command abundance effortlessly. Many spiritual teachers miss this crucial point. They focus on teaching you what to say without addressing the energetic signature behind those words. It's like giving someone the lyrics to a song without teaching them the melody. The words alone cannot create the magic. It's the harmony between your words and your energy field that triggers manifestation. Now, Let's talk about why I specifically mention $500,000 as your manifestation target. This isn't a random number. Through years of guiding thousands through this process, I've discovered that $500,000 sits in a powerful sweet spot in human psychology. It's what I call the transformation threshold, large enough to create significant life change, yet still within most people's realm of believability. When you aim too small, like $10,000, your mind doesn't engage fully because the stakes aren't high enough to trigger a complete paradigm shift. But aim too high, like $50 million, and your subconscious may reject it as fantasy, creating internal resistance. The journey to manifestation requires a delicate balance between stretching your beliefs and maintaining energetic coherence. $500,000 occupies that perfect space, challenging your current financial identity enough to demand a complete vibrational upgrade, yet attainable enough that your inner wisdom can embrace it without triggering massive resistance. It's the amount that forces you to become a different person energetically while remaining within the realm of possibility. Behind the scenes of every successful manifestation is this perfect calibration between ambition and believability. The most powerful abundance. Practitioners understand that manifestation isn't about reaching as high as possible. It's about finding the precise target that creates maximum energetic alignment. When I guide my private clients through this process, their breakthrough moments always come when they find their personal sweet spot target, the amount that makes their heart race with excitement yet doesn't activate their internal doubt systems. For most people, that transformative amount hovers right around $500,000. The decision to focus on this specific number isn't arbitrary, it's strategic. It creates the perfect conditions for the three words we'll discuss to work with maximum effectiveness. Because manifestation isn't just about what you ask for. It's about calibrating your request to optimize your energetic coherence. If you've been feeling that internal push-pull when trying to manifest money, excitement mixed with doubt, type sweet spot found in the comments. I'm curious how many of you have been aiming too high or too low in your manifestation practice. Join our community of conscious creators by subscribing today. Every video I share contains specific techniques to accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Another crucial insight that revolutionized my own abundance journey was realizing that when we focus solely on the numerical value of money, we miss its true essence. Money isn't just digits in an account. It's freedom incarnate. It's the peace that comes from knowing you can handle any emergency without panic. It's the deep breath you take when bills arrive and you feel calm instead of dread. It's the joy of giving generously without calculating what you'll have left. This perspective shift creates a profound transformation in your manifestation practice. When you connect emotionally to what $500,000 represents in your life, the freedom, the options, the peace of mind, you create a much stronger manifestation current than simply focusing on the number itself. This is the hidden truth behind why some people manifest with ease, while others struggle despite using identical techniques. I discovered this principle during my darkest financial moment when I was focusing obsessively on specific dollar amounts to cover mounting debts. My breakthrough came when I shifted from visualizing numbers to feeling the emotional reality of financial freedom. The moment I connected with how it would feel to move through life without money stress, everything changed. The universe responds to emotional energy far more powerfully than to mental concepts. Think about it. When you imagine having $500,000, do you visualize the numbers in your bank account? Or do you feel the expansive sensation of knowing you can travel anywhere, help anyone, or create anything without financial constraint? The difference between these two approaches represents the gap between struggling manifestors and masterful creators. Now, here's another revelation that completely reframes how manifestation works. Money is attracted to command, not need. This principle challenges everything most of us have been taught about abundance. We've been conditioned to believe that expressing our financial needs, even spiritually, through prayer or affirmation, will bring relief. But the universe operates on entirely different principles. Financial abundance responds to spiritual authority, not emotional scarcity. When you approach the universe from a place of desperate need, saying, "I really need this money," you're actually broadcasting lack at an energetic level. But when you stand in your spiritual sovereignty and command abundance as your birthright, you create an entirely different energetic signature, one that money naturally flows toward. The journey from needing to commanding represents the most crucial mindset evolution in financial manifestation. It's not just a semantic difference. It's an entirely different relationship with universal energy. Commanding comes from knowing your worth so deeply that you recognize abundance as your natural state, not an exception or a blessing that might be granted if you're lucky. I've witnessed this principle transform lives repeatedly. One of my students, after years of financial struggle, made this single shift from meekly requesting money to confidently commanding it, and within 21 days received an unexpected inheritance of $478,000. The catalyst wasn't a new technique. It was a fundamental identity shift from supplicant to sovereign. The decisions you make about how you relate to money energetically determine your financial destiny more powerfully than any external circumstance. When you command from worthiness rather than beg from lack, you activate an entirely different set of universal laws. If you've been approaching abundance from a place of need rather than command, type sovereign shift in the comments. This awareness alone can begin rewiring your relationship with universal abundance. This brings us to one of the most profound barriers I've seen people face on their abundance journey: the worthiness gap. So many of us carry an unconscious belief that we haven't earned the right to financial freedom, that abundance is for others, but not for us. This hidden saboteur operates beneath our awareness, silently undermining our manifestation efforts. No matter how many techniques we try, your previous financial struggles don't define your spiritual worthiness to receive abundance. They're simply the result of energetic patterns you've been running, often inherited from family, culture, or past experiences. The revelation that transformed countless lives in my practice is this: worthiness isn't something you earn. It's your inherent state that you simply need to remember and reclaim. Behind every successful financial breakthrough is this fundamental awakening to your birthright of abundance. When you truly recognize your inherent right to prosperity, you remove the energetic barriers between your current state and financial abundance. This isn't about inflating your ego. It's about aligning with cosmic truth that you were designed to thrive, not merely survive. I witnessed this transformation most dramatically with a client who had been stuck at the same income level for 12 years, despite multiple certifications and endless self-improvement. The watershed moment came when she realized that her relationship with money reflected her relationship with herself. She was treating both with the same pattern of proving, earning, and qualifying. Her journey to $500,000 began the day she stopped trying to be worthy and simply claimed her inherent right to abundance. Now, I want to share a paradigm shift that completely revolutionizes how manifestation works. The universe functions as your servant, not your parent. Most spiritual traditions have inadvertently trained us to approach the universe as supplicants, humbly asking, hoping our request is deemed worthy, waiting patiently for a response that may never come. This framework fundamentally misunderstands how universal energy operates. The cosmic intelligence that orchestrates galaxies and atoms doesn't evaluate your requests like a parent deciding if you deserve that toy in the store. It responds to energetic commands with mathematical precision, like a perfectly programmed system. When you shift your relationship with universal energy from supplicant to commander, your manifestation results transform automatically. This perspective represents a complete identity upgrade. Instead of asking the universe, "Please, can I have financial abundance from a place of separation and smallness?" you simply direct it, "Bring $500,000 to me, now from a place of oneness with source energy." The universe responds to orders, not wishes or hopes, because orders carry the energetic signature of completion, the most powerful manifestation frequency. The illumination that comes from this understanding is life-changing. You stop waiting for permission to prosper. You stop wondering if you're doing enough spiritual work to earn abundance. You recognize that the power to command reality has always been your divine inheritance, waiting to be claimed. I've observed this principle at work in every tradition, from ancient mystery schools to quantum physics. The observer shapes reality through directed consciousness. The only question is whether you're directing with the uncertain energy of hoping or the unwavering frequency of commanding. If this perspective shift is awakening something in you, the recognition that you've been asking when you should have been commanding, type "Commander Awakened" in the comments below. This single awareness can catalyze your entire financial reality. Now, I'm about to share with you the 3 powerful words that have completely transformed the financial reality of thousands. Words so potent that they literally rearrange the energetic blueprint of your life when spoken with authentic authority. These aren't just words. They're an activation code for abundance. They are simply, "It is done." I can almost hear you thinking, "That's it." Just 3 ordinary words. But these seemingly simple words carry atomic-level manifestation power when spoken from a place of genuine authority and unwavering belief. The secret to their effectiveness lies not in their literal meaning, but in the quantum mechanics they trigger in the fabric of reality. When you, 1, declare "It is done" regarding your $500,000, you're not making a prediction or expressing a hope. You're establishing an energetic fact. You're signaling completion in the energetic realm before physical manifestation occurs. This is the hidden revelation behind how reality actually forms. Everything exists as energy before it materializes as matter. The ancient mystery schools understood this principle, teaching initiates that creation occurs first in the invisible realms before appearing in the visible world. Modern quantum physics confirms this understanding. Observation collapses possibility into reality. By declaring, "It is done," you're essentially collapsing infinite possibilities into the specific reality of your $500,000 manifestation. What makes these 3 words particularly powerful is that they establish present certainty, not future possibility. Most manifestation practices fail because they orient toward the future. "I will be wealthy. Money is coming to me. I'm going to. I'll receive abundance." This future orientation actually pushes your desire perpetually ahead of you, always coming but never arriving. "It is done" breaks this pattern by anchoring your manifestation in the present moment. You're telling the universe that the outcome already exists in energetic form. This certainty creates a powerful resonance that accelerates the manifestation process dramatically. It's like the difference between planting a seed and harvesting a crop that's already grown. You're operating from completion rather than initiation. The watershed moment in my own journey came when I shifted from saying my financial freedom is coming to declaring it is done regarding my abundance. The transformation was almost immediate. Opportunities, resources, and unexpected income began appearing within days rather than months or years. This wasn't coincidence, it was causal. The decisive shift from future to present tense reorganized the very energy field around me. This principle reflects the profound architecture of consciousness itself. Your mind exists in time, but your spirit, your true essence, exists beyond time. When you declare it is done, you're speaking from that timeless dimension where all possibilities already exist in their completed state. You're essentially retrieving your manifestation from the field of infinite potential rather than creating it from scratch. The journey of manifestation transforms completely when you understand this distinction. You stop working so hard to make things happen and instead align with what's already energetically complete. This perspective shift doesn't just change your results, it changes your entire experience of the manifestation process. If these three words, "it is done," are resonating with something deep within you, type "energetically complete" in the comments. I'm curious how many of you can feel the power in this declaration even before fully implementing it. Now, I want to reveal one of the most powerful neurological hacks in manifestation, a scientific principle that explains why the "it is done" method works so effectively. Your subconscious mind, which controls approximately 95% of your thoughts and behaviors, cannot distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's physically experienced. This isn't metaphysical theory, it's established neuroscience. When you immerse yourself in the detailed sensory experience of already having $500,000, feeling the emotional relief, seeing the numbers in your account, imagining the conversations you're having about your new financial reality, your body and energy field literally respond as if it's physically present. Your nervous system, your hormones, and your electromagnetic field all align with this new reality, creating a matching vibration that the universe responds to automatically. This is the hidden mechanism behind every genuine transformation. Olympic athletes use this same principle when they mentally rehearse their perfect performance before competition. Their muscles develop the same neural pathways, whether they're physically training or vividly imagining the training. The same principle operates in financial manifestation. Your energy field doesn't know the difference between the $500,000 you're vividly imagining and actual money in your account. By combining the declaration, "it is done," with immersive sensory imagination, you create a coherent signal so powerful that the universe begins rearranging reality to match it. I've witnessed this phenomenon repeatedly in workshops where participants report physical sensations, tingling, warmth, expansion, when they fully embody the energy of their completed manifestation. These sensations aren't placebo effects. They're tangible evidence of energetic realignment. However, there's a critical pitfall that sabotages most manifestations even after a powerful declaration. Doubt after declaration cancels manifestation momentum. This is perhaps the most important revelation in understanding why some manifestations materialize quickly while others never appear. Doubt acts like static in your manifestation signal, corrupting the clear command you've issued to the universe. Think of it like planting a seed. When you declare it is done, You're planting the energetic seed of your $500,000 manifestation. But if you keep digging up the seed to check if it's growing, constantly checking your bank account with anxiety, wondering when or how the money will appear, questioning if the process is working, you interrupt the very growth you're trying to nurture. The mindset mastery required here is maintaining unwavering faith in the invisible process occurring beneath the surface. Just as a farmer doesn't panic the day after planting because shoots haven't appeared, you must trust the unseen mechanics of manifestation after your declaration. This steadfast confidence in the process is what separates masterful manifestors from perpetual seekers. I've noticed, in mentoring thousands through this journey, that the single greatest predictor of manifestation success isn't the intensity of their initial declaration, but their ability to sustain certainty during the incubation period between declaration and physical manifestation. This is the true spiritual discipline, not the speaking of powerful words, but the maintaining of powerful conviction in the face of unchanged physical circumstances. If you've experienced this pattern before, making powerful declarations only to undermine them with subsequent doubt, share Seed Protector in the comments. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward breaking it permanently. To help you implement these powerful principles effectively, I've developed what I call the CAP formula, a comprehensive framework that transforms the abstract concept of manifestation into a practical, repeatable system. CAP stands for Command, Align, Permit. 3 distinct energetic stages that, when executed correctly, create an unstoppable manifestation momentum for your $500,000. This framework evolved through years of observing which elements consistently produced breakthrough results versus which created temporary shifts followed by disappointment. The revelation was that manifestation isn't a singular action, but a precise sequence, a spiritual technology that follows specific protocols just as reliable as any physical technology. The first phase command is what we've been discussing with our 3 words. It is done. But there's a crucial distinction in how you approach this declaration that dramatically impacts its effectiveness. Command means speaking your desire as an accomplished fact, using the language of completion rather than aspiration or possibility. This is the forgotten wisdom of ancient manifestation teachings that has been diluted through centuries of misinterpretation. When you declare it's already handled regarding your financial abundance, you create an entirely different energetic pattern than saying, "I hope this happens," or even, "I know this will happen." The language of creation doesn't recognize future tense. It operates exclusively in the completed present. This is why every major spiritual tradition emphasizes speaking as though your desires are already fulfilled. The watershed moment in my own journey came when I stopped seeing affirmations as positive statements about the future and started understanding them as declarations of current reality from a higher dimension. My entire manifestation practice transformed when I shifted from my financial breakthrough is coming to my $500,000 is already here in energetic form, already complete, already mine. The energetic signature of these 2 statements couldn't be more different. Behind the scenes of every dramatic manifestation success story I've witnessed is this precise linguistic and energetic shift. One client who had struggled financially for decades made only this single adjustment, speaking about her desired income as an accomplished fact rather than a future hope. Within 6 weeks, she received 3 unexpected opportunities that collectively generated $483,000. What's fascinating is that this approach mirrors how consciousness actually creates reality at the quantum level. Physicists have observed that particles exist in superposition, multiple states simultaneously until observed or measured. In a very real sense, by declaring, "It is done," you're collapsing quantum possibilities into a specific outcome through the power of your focused consciousness. The genius of this approach is that it bypasses the logical mind's objections. When you say, "I will be wealthy," your analytical brain immediately counters with all the reasons that's unlikely. But when you declare "it is done" regarding your $500,000, you create a cognitive pattern interrupt that speaks directly to your subconscious, planting the seed of completion before your logical mind can reject it. If you're recognizing how this commanding language differs from your current manifestation approach, share completion language in the comments. I'm curious how many of you have been using future-oriented language without realizing its limiting effect on your manifestation power. Now, let's explore the second phase of the CAP formula, align. This is where the real inner transformation happens, and it's often the missing piece in manifestation practices. Alignment requires embodying the energy of already having $500,000, not just intellectually accepting the possibility. Your external world perpetually mirrors your internal state. This isn't philosophy. It's the fundamental mechanism of reality creation. The revelation that changed everything in my practice was understanding that manifestation isn't about attracting what you want. It's about becoming the energetic equivalent of what you desire. When you walk, speak, and think as if your financial abundance is already present, you create an energetic template that physical reality must eventually match. This is the hidden blueprint behind every overnight success story. What appears as sudden good fortune is actually the physical manifestation catching up to an already established energetic pattern. Think about someone who has $500,000 in their account. How do they breathe? How do their shoulders rest? What thoughts cycle through their mind when they wake up? How do they make decisions about their day? This isn't about pretending or fake it till you make it psychology. It's about authentic, energetic recalibration, aligning your molecular structure with the frequency of abundance. I witnessed this principle's power most dramatically with a client who had been stuck in financial struggle for years. Her breakthrough came when she stopped trying to manifest money and instead focused on embodying the energy of the wealthy woman she wanted to become. She changed how she moved through her day, how she spoke about opportunities, even how she breathed and carried herself physically. Within weeks, her external reality began shifting to match this new energetic template. Opportunities, connections, and resources that had been invisible to her suddenly appeared in abundance. The third phase, permit, addresses perhaps the most overlooked aspect of manifestation. Many people have mastered commanding and aligning, but still block their manifestations through unconscious resistance. Permitting means releasing these blocks and allowing prosperity to reach you without interference. It's the spiritual surrender that follows spiritual authority. Behind every stalled manifestation is some form of unconscious resistance, often doubt, guilt, or unworthiness that conflicts with your conscious desires. These hidden barriers act like energetic circuit breakers, cutting off the flow of abundance even after you've issued clear commands. The journey to receiving your $500,000 requires identifying and dissolving these internal conflicts. One profound pattern I observed is that people often sabotage their manifestations not because they fear failure, but because they fear success. There's a hidden comfort in financial limitation. It's familiar. It requires no expansion, and it confirms existing beliefs about the world and your place in it. True transformation requires confronting this shadow aspect of consciousness that actually prefers limitation to expansion. The liberation that comes from understanding this third phase is life-changing. When you consciously permit abundance to flow, when you release all internal arguments against your prosperity, you remove the final barrier between your energetic command and its physical manifestation. This isn't passive waiting. It's active, allowing a powerful state of receptive consciousness. If you've sensed internal resistance even after clearly declaring your desires, share permission granted in the comments. Acknowledging these hidden barriers is the first step to dissolving them completely. Let me be clear about something that's often misunderstood. Declaring it is done isn't some kind of spiritual magic trick or manifestation shortcut. It's actually a precise trigger that activates divine law in your reality. This distinction is crucial for understanding the mechanics behind manifestation, rather than treating it as some mysterious, unpredictable force. When you declare these three words with genuine authority, you're sending a clear signal to your subconscious mind to begin reorganizing your beliefs, habits, and energetic patterns to align with your declared outcome. Think of it like setting a destination in a GPS system. Once entered, everything recalibrates to lead you there through the most efficient path. Your subconscious mind, which controls approximately 95% of your behaviors and decisions, begins working behind the scenes to bring your command into physical reality. The catalyst effect of this declaration explains why people often experience sudden inspiration, unexpected connections, or brilliant ideas shortly after making a powerful declaration. Your mind literally begins operating differently, filtering reality through a new lens that highlights opportunities previously invisible to you. This isn't coincidence, it's causal. The declaration creates an internal environment where your $500,000 manifestation becomes the organizing principle of your perception. This understanding transforms your relationship with the high manifestation journey. Instead of wondering if your declaration worked, you can trust the process unfolding according to precise spiritual laws. Just as gravity operates whether you understand it or not, the laws of manifestation function with mathematical reliability, once properly activated. Now, let's talk about something equally important. Recognizing the signs that your manifestation is in progress. Many people miss their manifestations because they're looking for the final result while ignoring the stepping stones leading there. After declaring it is done, pay close attention to the small shifts that begin occurring in your reality. New ideas that pop into your mind, unexpected calls from old connections, or seemingly random conversations that spark inspiration. These synchronicities aren't coincidences. They're the universe's direct response to your command. They're evidence that the invisible machinery of manifestation is already in motion. The revelation that transformed. My own journey was learning to honor these subtle breadcrumbs as sacred confirmation rather than dismissing them as insignificant. I remember declaring, "It is done," regarding my own financial breakthrough, and within days, I had a random conversation with someone I hadn't spoken to in years. That seemingly insignificant interaction led to a business partnership that ultimately generated over $300,000. Had I been fixated solely on checking my bank account, I might have missed this crucial stepping stone entirely. The wisdom path of manifestation requires developing spiritual discernment, the ability to recognize divine orchestration in what others dismiss as coincidence. Every inspirational thought, fortuitous meeting, or unexpected opportunity after your declaration is part of the manifestation blueprint unfolding in your life. These moments represent the universe rearranging circumstances to deliver your $500,000 through the path of least resistance. This perspective shift changes how you navigate each day after your declaration rather than anxiously waiting for the complete manifestation. You become a conscious participant in the unfolding process, recognizing and following the breadcrumbs that lead to your completed desire. Your awareness of these subtle shifts actually accelerates the manifestation process by allowing you to consciously cooperate with it. If you've noticed these coincidences appearing in your life after declaring something important, type divine breadcrumbs in the comments. I'm fascinated by how these synchronicities show up differently for different people. Now, I want to illuminate something that fundamentally transforms how we understand manifestation. The universe doesn't actually speak English, Spanish, or any human language. It speaks pure energy. This revelation completely reframes how we approach the declaration, "It is done," and explains why the same words can produce dramatically different results when spoken by different people. Your vibration, the energetic frequency you emit through your emotions, beliefs, and physiological state, communicates far more powerfully than your words ever could. When you declare, "It is done," with emotional certainty, the universe isn't responding to those three English words. It's responding to the energetic signature they carry. This explains why some people can recite manifestation phrases for years with no results, while others speak once and trigger immediate transformation. Think of it like music. The same musical notes played by a beginner versus a master create entirely different experiences for the listener. The notes themselves are identical, but the quality of expression, the energy behind the notes, creates a completely different impact. Your declaration works the same way. The emotional certainty, the unwavering belief, the authentic authority behind your words is what the universe actually hears and responds to. This insight revolutionizes your approach to the manifestation process. Instead of focusing primarily on getting the words right, you shift your attention to cultivating the energetic state that gives those words power. This is the hidden dimension of manifestation that explains why two people can use identical techniques with vastly different results. I discovered this principle through years of observing thousands of students on their manifestation journeys. Those who created the most powerful results weren't necessarily the ones who knew the most advanced techniques. They were the ones who had mastered their energetic broadcast. They had learned to speak directly to the universe in its native language of pure frequency. The transformative practice that amplifies this energetic communication is visualization combined with declaration. When you mentally experience the emotional and sensory details of receiving your $500,000, feeling the relief, joy, and expansion it brings, while simultaneously declaring it is done, you create a manifestation template of unprecedented power. The breakthrough insight here is understanding that visualization isn't just a mental exercise, it's an energetic transmission. As you vividly imagine holding that check, seeing those numbers in your account, or feeling the freedom that comes with financial abundance, your entire nervous system begins generating the corresponding electromagnetic frequency. When this frequency is sealed with the declaration, "It is done," you create an energetic command that the universe can ignore. I witnessed this principle most dramatically with a client who had struggled with traditional visualization practices. Her mindset shift came when she stopped trying to see her desired outcome and instead focused on feeling it with her entire body. She immersed herself in the emotional reality of her financial freedom, allowing every cell to vibrate with that certainty, then sealed it with, "It is done." Within 17 days, she received an unexpected inheritance of exactly $500,000, the precise amount she had been commanding. The revelation here is that manifestation isn't about convincing the universe with your words. It's about becoming an energetic match for what you desire. Your thoughts, emotions, and physical state combine to create a broadcast that either attracts or repels your desires based on resonance, not effort or worthiness. If you've noticed how your emotional state affects your manifestation results, type frequency matters in the comments. Understanding this, energetic language is the key to consistent manifestation success. Now, let's talk about practical implementation. How to weave this powerful declaration into your daily life for maximum impact. One of the most transformative rituals you can establish is the morning declaration. There's a sacred window of consciousness in those first moments after waking, before your logical mind fully activates with its usual limitations and doubts. This twilight state between sleep and wakefulness offers direct access to your subconscious, the true manifestation engine. Starting each day by declaring, "It is done," regarding your $500,000 before your feet even touch the floor, primes your consciousness for certainty and manifestation throughout your entire day. This isn't just positive thinking. It's strategic, energetic programming. You're essentially setting the vibrational foundation for the next 24 hours, establishing abundance as your default frequency rather than something you're trying to achieve. What's fascinating about this practice is how it subtly but profoundly shifts your perception filters. After your morning declaration, you'll begin noticing opportunities, connections, and possibilities that were always present but previously invisible to you. This isn't coincidence. It's consciousness architecture. You've literally reconfigured your awareness to align with the frequency of your desired outcome. I discovered the power of this ritual when working with high-performance entrepreneurs who had reached plateaus in their financial growth. The decisive factor that catapulted them to their next level wasn't a new business strategy or marketing approach. It was establishing this energetic foundation first thing each morning. One client increased her income by 340% in 90 days after implementing this single practice consistently. The revelation here is that manifestation isn't just about what you do during dedicated visualization time. It's about how you manage your energetic broadcast throughout your entire day. Starting from those first moments of consciousness, this morning ritual creates an energetic container that shapes everything that follows. However, declaration alone isn't enough. It must be followed by aligned action. This is where many spiritual approaches to abundance fall short, creating a false dichotomy between energy work and physical movement. The truth is that the universe works through inspired action. Your energetic command creates the blueprint, but physical action builds the actual structure. The key distinction is between forced action and inspired action. Forced action comes from fear, scarcity, and the belief that you must make things happen through sheer effort. Inspired action flows naturally from your aligned state, guided by intuition rather than anxiety. Following your intuitive nudges to make calls, start projects, or pursue opportunities creates physical pathways for your manifestation. To travel, behind every miraculous manifestation is this partnership between energy and action. One client declared, "It is done," regarding her financial freedom, then felt a sudden urge to call someone she hadn't spoken to in years. That random impulse led to a business collaboration that generated $537,000 within months. Had she ignored that intuitive nudge, the manifestation pathway would have remained incomplete. The journey of manifestation requires trusting these subtle internal prompts, the whispers of inspired action that often make no logical sense in the moment. These intuitive nudges are your internal GPS, guiding you toward the most efficient route to your $500,000, even when that route appears unconventional or unexpected from your limited perspective. If you've experienced these intuitive nudges after declaring something important in your life, type divinely guided in the comments. These seemingly random impulses are often the hidden connectors in your manifestation journey. The third practice that creates explosive acceleration in your manifestation journey is gratitude in advance. This isn't ordinary gratitude. It's a powerful energetic technology that collapses time and brings your future abundance into your present experience. When you thank the universe for your $500,000 as if it's already sitting in your account, you create a completion energy that attracts results with remarkable speed. This advanced approach to gratitude fundamentally differs from conventional practices. Most people express gratitude for what they already have, which is beautiful but limited in its manifestation power. Gratitude in advance operates on an entirely different dimension. It's thanking from the future timeline where your desire is already fulfilled. This isn't pretending. It's consciously aligning with a reality that already exists in potential form. The revelation that transformed my own practice came when I understood that gratitude isn't just an emotion. It's a frequency that signals completion to the universe. When you genuinely feel thankful for your $500,000 before you see physical evidence, you create a resonance that the universe must match. This is why gratitude in advance creates faster results than requesting, affirming, or even commanding without this emotional alignment. I witnessed this principle most dramatically with a client who had been struggling financially for decades. Her transformation began when she started ending each day with heartfelt gratitude for the abundance she had declared but hadn't yet seen physically. Within 3 weeks of this practice, an unexpected business opportunity appeared that ultimately generated $478,000, almost precisely the amount she had been claiming in gratitude. Now, let me share what might be the most profound insight about manifestation, one that challenges everything we've been conditioned to believe about success. The hardest part of this entire process isn't following the techniques correctly. It's believing that manifestation can be easy. Our cultural programming runs deep, convincing us that meaningful results require struggle, sacrifice, and hardship. This core belief creates more resistance to abundance than any other factor. The paradigm shift that creates true liberation is recognizing that nature itself operates on principles of effortless attraction. The flower doesn't strain to attract bees. It simply blooms and emits its fragrance. The earth doesn't struggle to maintain its orbit. It simply follows the path of least resistance. When you observe the natural world, you see that attraction and manifestation happen with elegant ease, not through force or struggle. This perspective challenges the very identity many of us have built around effort and achievement. There's a hidden investment in believing that success must be difficult. It validates our struggles and gives meaning to our suffering. But what if the real spiritual initiation is surrendering this belief entirely? What if your $500,000 could arrive through joy, ease, and alignment rather than hustle and strain? The journey to financial freedom requires examining these deeply held beliefs about struggle and worthiness. When you clear these subconscious patterns, you remove the final barrier between your energetic declaration and its physical manifestation. This is why some people seem to manifest with miraculous ease, while others work tirelessly with minimal results. The difference isn't technique, but their fundamental beliefs about how reality operates. Behind every overnight success I've witnessed is this fundamental mindset revolution. the decision to allow prosperity to arrive easily rather than forcing it through sheer will. This surrender isn't passive. It's the active choice to align with universal flow rather than swimming against it. If you're realizing how your belief in struggle might be blocking your manifestation, type effortless receiver in the Fry comments. This awareness alone can begin dissolving years of limiting conditioning. Let's address one of the most persistent myths about financial abundance: the idea that some people are simply lucky while others aren't. What appears as luck to the untrained eye is actually precise energetic alignment. Those individuals who consistently manifest abundance have mastered something far more powerful than random chance. They've developed the art of calm certainty. When you observe someone who seems to effortlessly attract opportunities, resources, and financial windfalls, you're witnessing the visible effects of an invisible cause. These lucky people radiate completion energy rather than desperate seeking. They move through the world with a quiet confidence that communicates it is done to the universe without saying a word. This energetic broadcast creates entirely different results than the frequency of anxious pursuit that most people unconsciously emit. I noticed this pattern while studying hundreds of consistent manifestors across different cultures and backgrounds. The common thread wasn't their techniques, education, or connections. It was their energetic signature. They had mastered the ability to remain centered in completion consciousness rather than reaching energy. This subtle but profound difference explains why identical actions produce different results for different people. The revelation here is that luck is actually a learnable skill, a specific energetic configuration that anyone can develop with practice. By cultivating the same calm certainty that these natural manifestors embody, you activate the same universal laws that respond to their energy. This isn't mystical thinking, it's energy mechanics. Now, let me address another critical barrier that often blocks financial manifestation: the unconscious belief in limited abundance. Many spiritual people struggle with manifestation because they secretly fear that their prosperity might somehow diminish others. This scarcity mindset creates a powerful energetic contradiction that stalls manifestation momentum. The transformative truth is that abundance is fundamentally unlimited. The universe has no shortage of resources or prosperity. When you command $500,000 into your life, you're not taking from a finite pool that might deprive others. You're actually expanding the entire abundance system. This is the paradox of prosperity that most conventional financial thinking misses entirely. Think of abundance like breathing. Your full, deep breath doesn't prevent others from also breathing deeply. In fact, when you breathe fully and demonstrate this to others, you inspire them to do the same, creating collective expansion rather than competition for limited air. Financial abundance operates on exactly the same principle. Your prosperity creates energetic permission for others to prosper as well. This understanding eliminates the need for manifestation guilt, that subtle feeling that it might be selfish or spiritually incorrect to command significant wealth. The journey to financial freedom requires releasing this false belief entirely and recognizing that your abundance actually serves the collective rather than diminishing it. I've witnessed this principle in action repeatedly. When one person in a community experiences a financial breakthrough using these principles, it often triggers a wave of abundance throughout their entire social circle. Their embodiment of prosperity consciousness creates an energetic pathway that others can follow, leading to collective elevation rather than individual advantage. If you've been holding back from fully commanding your $500,000 because of conscious or unconscious concerns about taking from others, type abundance expands in the comments. This single mindset shift can remove one of the most powerful but hidden barriers to your financial liberation. Now, I want to reveal what might be the most profound insight about how these three words actually work. A revelation that completely transforms your approach to manifestation. When you declare it is done, you're not actually trying to convince the universe of anything. The universe already contains all possibilities simultaneously, including your $500,000. What you're really doing is convincing your own subconscious mind. The real work of manifestation happens entirely within your own consciousness. Once your inner world fully accepts something as true, your outer reality must follow in accordance with universal law. This isn't mystical thinking. It's the fundamental mechanism of reality creation. Your subconscious mind is the true gatekeeper between your desires and their manifestation. It either allows or blocks the flow based on what it genuinely believes is possible and appropriate for you. This understanding illuminates why identical declarations produce different results for different people. The words themselves aren't magical. It's their impact on your subconscious that creates the transformation. When your declaration penetrates beyond your conscious mind and rewires your subconscious beliefs, external reality begins rearranging itself automatically to match this new internal blueprint. The awakening that comes from this insight is revolutionary. You stop focusing on sending your declaration outward to some external force and instead direct it inward to the true creator of your experience. Your relationship with manifestation transforms from pleading with an outside power to reprogramming your own internal reality generator. I discovered this principle through years of studying both ancient wisdom traditions and cutting-edge neuroscience. They arrive at the same conclusion through different paths that consciousness precedes reality, not the other way around. When your deepest consciousness accepts your financial abundance as already complete, the quantum field responds by materializing that acceptance into physical form. Now, let me share an accelerated approach to embedding this declaration into your subconscious quickly and effectively. While spoken declarations are powerful, there's something almost alchemical about the act of writing. It is done by hand. This physical process creates neurological pathways that verbal declarations alone don't access, embedding your command more deeply into your subconscious operating system. The ritual that I found most effective is writing "it is done" 3 times, followed by a detailed description of your life with $500,000 as if it's already your current reality. This simple practice rewires your subconscious beliefs more efficiently than extended seminars, courses, or even lengthy meditation sessions. The act of writing engages both hemispheres of your brain and creates a sensory experience that penetrates deeper than mental processes alone. One client who had struggled with manifestation for years made this single adjustment to her practice. Writing "it is done" 3 times each morning, followed by a paragraph about her new financial reality. Within 11 days, she received a job offer that exactly doubled her income, followed by an unexpected real estate opportunity that generated another $237,000. The catalyst wasn't adding more techniques. It was embedding her existing declaration more deeply through this writing ritual. The journey of inner transformation often requires these tangible anchors, physical practices that bridge the gap between intellectual understanding and embodied knowing. Your handwriting these words becomes the physical expression of your energetic command. If you're ready to experiment with this powerful writing practice to accelerate your manifestation, type "writing my reality" in the comments. I'd love to hear how quickly you notice shifts after implementing this simple but profound technique. Let me share another powerful catalyst that most manifestation teachers completely overlook: the role of joy and laughter in financial manifestation. This isn't just a feel-good add-on, it's a precise energetic technology. Scientific research has confirmed that joy literally carries the highest vibrational frequency of any human emotion, creating an electromagnetic field that powerfully attracts corresponding experiences, including financial abundance. When you approach your manifestation practice with heaviness, anxiety, or desperate seriousness, you're actually broadcasting a frequency that repels the very abundance you're trying to attract. Laughter and genuine joy signal something profound to the universe: complete trust in the process. This elevated emotional state releases the heavy energy of worry or doubt that often contaminates manifestation efforts. I discovered this principle through a surprising personal revelation. After months of diligent but serious manifestation work with minimal results, I experienced a watershed moment during a weekend with friends where I laughed more than I had in years. Without doing any formal manifestation practices during that time, I returned home to 3 unexpected financial opportunities that ultimately generated over $300,000. This wasn't coincidence. It was causation. The joyful vibration had cleared the energetic pathways that my serious striving had actually been blocking. Behind the scenes of every effortless manifestation is this hidden element of lightness. The universe responds to the feeling of liberation and expansion that genuine joy creates. This is why children often manifest with remarkable ease. They haven't yet learned to approach life with the heavy energy of adult seriousness. They simply play, enjoy, and receive without the energetic resistance that comes from overthinking. The revolutionary approach I now teach integrates intentional play and laughter directly into the manifestation process. Before declaring, "It is done," take a moment to genuinely smile, laugh, or recall something that brings you pure joy. This simple adjustment creates an energetic pathway for your declaration to travel without the interference of anxiety or desperation. Now, let's talk about another crucial element: taking one aligned action daily to reinforce your command. Manifestation isn't just an internal process. It requires physical expression in your everyday reality. Simple acts like organizing your workspace as a wealthy person would, dressing slightly better than your current financial situation might suggest, or paying bills with genuine gratitude all demonstrate to the universe your readiness to receive abundance. These aligned actions serve as physical declarations that reinforce your energetic command. They create coherence between your inner commitment and your outer behavior, establishing a powerful resonance that accelerates manifestation. The key insight here is understanding that these actions aren't about pretending or fake it till you make it psychology. They're about energetically embodying the version of you that already has the $500,000. I witnessed this principle transform a client's life when she began taking just one aligned action each day. After declaring, "It is done," regarding her financial abundance, she started making small but significant adjustments to her environment and habits. She replaced chipped coffee mugs with beautiful ones, organized her financial documents with meticulous care, and began treating small purchases with the same thoughtfulness she imagined she would with greater wealth. Within 6 weeks of this practice, she received an unexpected business opportunity that eventually generated $487,000. If you've noticed how your emotional state affects your manifestation results, either positively or negatively, type "joyful creator" in the comments. I'm fascinated by how these emotional frequencies influence our manifestation journeys in unique ways. Another powerful dimension of this manifestation approach involves declaring it is done publicly rather than keeping it as a private practice. There's a profound energetic difference between thoughts we keep to ourselves and declarations we share with the world. Speaking or writing your declaration sends energy outward, creating ripples in the collective consciousness, while sharing it publicly creates a unique form of accountability that strengthens your commitment to the manifestation process. This public declaration serves as an energetic anchor, a stake in the ground that signals both to yourself and the universe that you're fully committed to this new reality. The moment you declare your financial intention publicly, you cross an invisible threshold from private wishing to sovereign claiming. This bold step often triggers immediate shifts in how opportunities and resources respond to you. I witnessed this principle transform a client's journey when she finally shared her declaration with a small circle of trusted friends. After months of private affirmations with minimal results, this public commitment created an immediate energetic shift. Within 3 weeks, she received an unexpected business partnership offer that eventually generated $462,000, almost precisely the amount she had been commanding. The revelation here isn't about magical thinking or seeking external validation. It's about the quantum impact of witnessed intention. When your declaration moves from internal thought to externalized commitment, it creates an entirely different energetic signature. This is why ancient traditions often included public ceremonies for important transitions and intentions. They understood the power of witnessed transformation. Now, I want to illuminate perhaps the most liberating insight about financial manifestation, one that challenges everything we've been conditioned to believe about spiritual growth and abundance. Transformation doesn't require endless hours of effort, spiritual practice, or manifestation exercises. It happens in singular moments of energetic clarity and alignment that instantly shift your entire relationship with abundance. This understanding completely reframes how you approach your financial breakthrough. Instead of seeing manifestation as a lengthy process requiring months or years of diligent practice, you recognize that your $500,000 can appear following a single moment of genuine energetic shift. This isn't about accumulating spiritual credits through effort. It's about achieving precise vibrational alignment in an instant of clarity. The journey toward financial freedom becomes less about how much time you invest in techniques and more about the quality of your energetic clarity in key moments. One genuine declaration of it is done from a place of complete alignment, carries more manifestation power than years of half-hearted practice contaminated with doubt. This is why some people manifest dramatic results after a single session, while others practice for years with minimal progress. I discovered this principle through observing thousands of transformation journeys across different modalities. The watershed moments that created genuine change weren't gradual shifts, but quantum leaps in consciousness. Moments when something clicked at such a fundamental level that their entire energy field reconfigured instantly. These pivotal awakening moments created more transformation than all their previous efforts combined. This insight liberates you from the belief that your financial breakthrough must be far in the future, requiring countless hours of spiritual work before you're ready. Your $500,000 might be just one moment of genuine alignment away. One declaration of it is done, spoken with complete congruence between your conscious mind, subconscious beliefs, and emotional state. If you've experienced one of these profound moments of clarity that shifted your reality instantly, type quantum shift in the comments. These pivotal moments often hold the key to understanding your unique manifestation blueprint. Now, I want to address one of the most transformative insights about financial abundance: something that completely reframes how you understand your relationship with money. Many people approach manifestation as if money is distant from them, requiring complex techniques to bridge that perceived gap. But the liberating truth is that money isn't hiding from you or playing hard to get. It's actually waiting right now for your energetic permission to enter your life. This perspective shift changes everything. Financial abundance isn't some far-off destination you need to journey toward. It's an energy field constantly surrounding you, waiting for the clear signal that you're ready to receive it without resistance or unworthiness. The only real distance between you and your $500,000 is the energetic barrier created by your own beliefs, doubts, and unresolved patterns around prosperity. I discovered this revelation during a profound meditation experience where I suddenly perceived money as a conscious energy, an intelligent force seeking expression through ready vessels rather than a neutral resource to be chased. This shifted my entire approach from pursuing abundance to simply opening my energy field to what was already trying to reach me. The awakening that follows this understanding is life-changing. You stop exhausting yourself with the desperate hunt for money and instead focus on becoming energetically permeable to the abundance already surrounding you. This isn't passive waiting, it's active allowing, a powerful state of receptive consciousness that creates an open channel for prosperity to flow through. One client who had struggled for years with financial scarcity, despite countless manifestation efforts, experienced her breakthrough when she finally grasped this principle. After years of chasing money, she simply stopped, took a deep breath, and declared, "I give money permission to find me now." Within 3 weeks, 3 separate unexpected opportunities appeared that collectively generated over $520,000. The journey to financial freedom requires this fundamental identity shift from hunter to magnetic receiver. The more you chase money, the more it seems to elude you, because the very act of pursuing creates an energy of lack and separation. The pursuit itself broadcasts the message that you don't already have what you're seeking, reinforcing the very absence you're trying to overcome. This brings us to the most powerful principle in financial manifestation. You attract wealth by embodying it, not by chasing it. When you embody the consciousness of already being wealthy, walking, speaking, breathing, and making decisions as your wealthy self, you create an attractive force that draws abundance naturally. This isn't pretending. It's energetically aligning with a version of you that already exists in potential form. The revelation here is that manifestation isn't about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering something you already are at the soul level. Your essential nature includes unlimited abundance. The journey isn't about adding prosperity to your experience, but removing the energetic blocks that have been preventing your natural state of abundance from expressing fully. This embodiment approach completely transforms how you relate to money on a daily basis. Instead of constantly reaching for more, you recognize and express gratitude for the abundance already flowing through your life, however it appears. This shift from scarcity consciousness to prosperity consciousness creates an entirely different energetic broadcast, one that money naturally responds to. If you're recognizing how your relationship with money might be shifting from pursuit to embodiment, type magnetic receiver in the comments. This single perspective shift often catalyzes the most dramatic financial breakthroughs. Now, let me share another dimension that dramatically amplifies your manifestation. Power. Something that transforms this process from isolated practice to consistent reality creation, while declaring it is done, creates a powerful energetic pulse. The true art of manifestation involves carrying that energy of completion throughout your entire day. This sustained energetic broadcast creates a consistent manifestation field rather than sporadic energy spikes that quickly dissipate. Think of it like warming your home in winter. You could turn the heater on maximum for 5 minutes and then shut it off completely. Or you could maintain a steady, comfortable temperature throughout the day. The same principle applies to your energetic broadcast. That initial declaration of it is done, ignites the manifestation process. But maintaining that frequency of completion throughout your daily activities is what creates sustainable results. The revelation that transformed my own journey came when I stopped compartmentalizing my manifestation practice and began weaving it into every aspect of my day. Instead of declaring it is done, during my morning meditation, and then immediately slipping back into scarcity consciousness while checking emails or paying bills, I maintained that same energy of certainty throughout each activity. This consistency created an unbroken current of manifestation power that produced results with remarkable speed. This integration process doesn't require constant verbal affirmation. It's about maintaining the emotional frequency of completion. That subtle but unmistakable feeling of already done that permeates your awareness regardless of external circumstances. This sustained vibration acts like a continuous broadcast to the universe, reinforcing your command moment by moment rather than contradicting it throughout the day. Behind the scenes of every rapid manifestation is this hidden element of consistency. One client who struggled with financial fluctuations for years made this single adjustment to her approach, maintaining her completion energy throughout the day rather than just during dedicated manifestation time. Within 40 days of this practice, she received 3 separate financial windfalls that collectively brought in $517,000. Now, I want to illuminate what might be the most empowering perspective on your relationship with abundance, one that completely redefines your spiritual identity. You were designed to command blessings, not beg for them. Your natural state isn't one of supplication, hoping that prosperity might be granted if you're worthy enough. Your authentic identity is one of creative authority, a sovereign being with the inherent power to direct universal energy. This fundamental understanding realigns you with your spiritual birthright. The journey to financial freedom isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering something ancient, your original relationship with creative force. When you command abundance from this place of innate authority, you're not being arrogant or entitled. You're actually expressing your most authentic spiritual nature. I discovered this principle through studying ancient wisdom texts across traditions, many of which describe humanity's original relationship with divine energy as one of co-creation and partnership rather than subservience. These teachings reveal that commanding prosperity isn't spiritual immaturity. It's spiritual remembering, reclaiming your natural relationship with abundance. This perspective creates a profound identity shift that transforms not just your manifestation practice, but your entire spiritual journey. You stop approaching abundance from a place of unworthiness, hoping to somehow earn what's already yours by divine right. Instead, you step into the powerful truth of who you already are, a being designed to direct creative energy through conscious intention. If you're feeling a deep resonance with this idea of reclaiming your spiritual authority, type Divine Commander in the comments. This recognition of your true nature might be the final key to unlocking your financial sovereignty. As we've explored these powerful principles together, I'm struck by how a single moment of energetic certainty can completely transform your financial reality. The journey to your $500,000 isn't about complicated techniques or years of spiritual preparation. It's about that one decisive moment when you declare it is done with every cell in your body aligned with that truth. What I've shared with you today isn't just theory. I've witnessed this approach create financial breakthroughs for thousands of people from all walks of life. People who, just like you, were ready to step into their true abundance after years of struggle and limitation. This is the missing piece that transforms occasional manifestation into consistent financial sovereignty. If this message resonated with you today, if you felt something shift in your energy as we moved through these principles together, I'd love to hear from you. Type "it is done" in the comments below, not just as words, but as your declaration to the universe that your financial transformation has begun. When you write those 3 words, feel them in your body. Make it a genuine energetic command. I create these videos because I believe financial freedom is your birthright, not a distant dream. If you found value in today's message, gently press that like button. It helps others discover these transformative principles too. And if you're ready to continue this journey together, subscribe to join our community of conscious creators who are claiming their abundance with authority rather than asking for it with uncertainty. There's a video right here about how to maintain your manifestation momentum during the waiting period between declaration and physical manifestation. It's the perfect complement to what we've explored today. Click and continue with me over there to discover how to protect your energetic command from doubt and interference as your $500,000 makes its way to you. Remember, in this moment, you have everything you need to transform your financial reality. Your abundance isn't waiting for some distant future. It's waiting for your command right now. Thank you.